dream of it.
Well, I did not plan on playing Dune Awakening first thing this morning, but I woke up early. I went to bed really early last night. I went to bed at like 6:30, 7 o'clock. So I woke up at 3, and the patch was going, and the servers came up, and I was like, well, I've got 2 hours to burn until the altars goes live, so guess what we're doing this morning? We're gonna do some Dune Awakening. Um, yeah, I should be good to do a quick mining run. I need to go make some filters, so that'll be the next thing on my agenda. And I probably need to do a run for crystals. And then I'll do some questing. I should probably grab those fuel cells because I'm gonna need to make some more fuel for my vehicles. Jip, jip. What's on? I am Transcend. I woke up at like 3. I went to bed at like 6:30 last night, so yeah, I woke up early. So I wasn't gonna play. I was saying this earlier. I wasn't gonna play Dune Awakening this morning. I was gonna go straight to the altars. But when I looked at the clock, I was like, I've got 2 hours to burn, and I don't want to just sit here. I could go watch an episode, of which I am behind on Murder Bots. I'm like, I could go watch some Murder Bot, or I could just go Dune Awakening. I'm not gonna play Dune Awakening. Excuse me. I need to. I got shit to do. I gotta set up filters. I gotta get more ore. I got bases to build. I got credits to earn. Chop chop. This guy still has not finished his overland base. I'm waiting for that overpass. I can't see. Where did it go? Oh, it's right there. God, it's dark. I can't see. Well, I can't get that one right now. Oh shit, I gotta pay attention to that. I forgot about my tea kettle. I don't know how long it had been screaming. I totally forgot about the kettle though to make coffee. As long as I didn't wake my wife up, that's all that matters. I think she's still asleep, so we're good. All right, let's take this back, get this refining, go make my air filters, water filters, whatever. What's up, Nismo? What's up, Yorin? Playing a little bit this morning, guys, before the altars. But we will switch over here in a bit. We just gotta wait for that game to go live. I think it's going live at 6. Which is in about an hour and a half, I think. No, it's 4 o'clock. It's like 2 hours away. Yeah, I woke up early today, so we're doing a bonus Dune Awakening. When I gotta remember to put my still suit on, because this thing has drained half my water running around in this mining machine. I don't have any fuel cells in this. That's not good. I thought I had some in the storage. Seriously, do I not have any in the storage? I do. Oh, it doesn't take them when they're in the storage. They have to be in your inventory. That's interesting. I thought it would use them straight from its storage, but it has to be on you. That's good to know. Now the servers already came down. They already did the patch. Unless they put out a new Discord message. The servers just came up like 15 minutes ago. If you don't know which came first, Star Wars or Dune, you need to go back and actually pay attention to the 1970s. If you're someone who doesn't know which came first. That one's full, probably. Yeah. Oh, servers are coming down. Well, that's unexpected. Let me check the Discord. No, wait, Patrick, don't. I got a message on screen that the servers are coming down. I'm not sure why. Oh, it's just the restart. Never mind. This is just the restart. Well, this is like 5 minutes and then the servers will be back. Yeah, we're good. We're good. I thought it was the patch. But you should just wait. Wait 5 minutes because the servers are doing their reset right now. I forgot all about the reset. I was thinking that because they just did the patch. I thought because they just did the patch, they probably wouldn't do the restart. That was my mistake. So, that's fine. The server reset is like 3 to 5 minutes. It's never very long. I got my heavy armor last night. So I got rank 5 Atreides faction last night. I bought the heavy armor skin, the heavy armor variant. It looks good. It looks so good. I'm loving the look. Look at the belt. The belt has the hawk symbol on it. I do think the scout set looks cooler, but I don't like the stats on the scout armor. But this feels very much like the film variant. Looking at what Gurney Halleck was wearing in the films, the Denis films. Messaging broken. Yeah, server restart. Well, perfect reminder to everybody that this morning we will be playing the Altars in about 2 hours. Originally, I was not going to play Dune Awakening this morning. I was going to play Dune Awakening this afternoon. But since I woke up early, we're doing Dune Awakening first. And then we will go do the Altars this afternoon, or this morning. I don't know if I'll do anything this afternoon, since I'm doing 2 streams this morning. Nothing wrong with that, Mortal Wear. Take your time, have fun. I think people need to grow the fuck up when it comes to the $80 thing. I have not put a video out because my my thoughts on this subject matter are not going to make people happy. Like, I live in the real world, and in the real world, prices go up all the time. And the reality is that costs have gone up for everything. Meat, cheese, corn, canola oil, olive oil, rent, gas. Prices have gone up every day since we started using money as a human species. It's not going to stop anytime soon. And the other one is that you don't have to pay $80 to play the game. You can go get Game Pass and play it for, I believe, $18. Or if you want, I have Game Pass Ultimate, so I pay $22 a month, I think. You can play Game Pass and play it for 20 bucks. But I don't want to rent a game. I want to own the game. So go buy it when it's on discount. If you want to own it, wait for it to go on discount and buy it when it's on discount. If you are not a content creator, you do not need to play day one game releases at all. You have no reason to play day one game releases. 0 reasons. You are a person who plays games for fun, for a hobby. You should buy things within your budget. And if your budget cannot handle an $80 price tag, then wait for it to be a $50 price tag or a $30 price tag. Wait for the price to come down. If you're not doing this for a living, then you don't have to worry about the cost of a day one product. And if you have to own it to feel good about it, then wait for a discount. Otherwise, play it on Game Pass. You might be dead tomorrow. You don't know. You can't take it with you. So no, I don't have any problems with an $80 price tag. There we go. Should be able to log back in now. However, I'm not getting the continue button. I may have to log out completely. Where's my continue button? Yeah, you don't own your Steam games. That's a great one, Patrick. So many people think they own their Steam games. You don't. You are licensing those games from them. That's it. It's a license. Matter of fact, have you never read the terms of service for every game you've ever played? The terms of service clearly say that you are licensing the game. And if they catch you doing something with that game that they don't approve of, they can come take that game away, put you in jail, all those good things. Are we up yet? I don't see that we're up yet. Why is my server not up yet? There we are. Says we're not. Yeah, it says we can't. But then if I go to the manual server, it does. So. No, I still can't play the character. I may have to, we're gonna completely log out. And we'll just do it all the way from the Steam page. Because it wasn't letting me do anything yet. Lowest tier Game Pass is $11.99. I think so, for like just the Xbox version. So technically, yeah, you could play it for as cheap as like 12 bucks on PC or Xbox. So it's one of those things where it's a non-issue. And I see it that's a reactionary thing that people make videos about because they want to feel cool and they want to feel like everybody feels the same as them as they want to justify their opinion. So they put a video out saying $80 seems $80 games, these companies should burn in hell. They're just greedy. And I just every time I sit back and I go, tell us you've never run a business without telling us you've never run a business. That's literally what it comes down to. I've run I had so my very first company was I had a hay hauling company when I was like 15 years old, and I employed 6 guys, and I drove the truck. And then I went from there and I had my first construction company at 20 years of age, and I had 2 employees all throughout my 20s. Then my third company was the travel. Well, technically the third company was the freelance writing company that I did, where I employed it's like 3 different subcontractors. And then I had my travel brand and my travel blogging brand with my wife, which we ran for a decade, and now I've got this brand. And it's like, if you run a business, shit goes up all the time. Like,
I dream of it.
there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, shit goes up. And we talked about this a couple weeks back, like the idea that digital products should never go up in price. And I was like, tell us you've never run a business without telling us you've never run a business. Because I can promise you, my digital products are going to go up in sale when inflation goes up because the cost of everything goes up. Everything goes up. My cost of living has gone up. I'm going to charge you more money to do the layout, to write the words, to edit the words, to go into Canva and build the cover image. I'm going to charge you more money for all of that shit. And that gets reflected on the end price of that digital product. But digital products aren't impacted by real life prices. You don't fucking know what you're talking about. So, I keep a running Ultimate Game Pass subscription and a running PlayStation Plus subscription. So I pay $22 a month for my Ultimate, and I pay $18 a month for my PS Plus. But I do this for a living. It's very different. This is my job, so that's a tax write-off for me. It's not a tax write-off for the average person. I'm gonna take these fuel cells down north and make some lubricant. And I'm going to start to stockpile lubricant because I'm going to need to create... I should fill this leader john up too, by the way. I take these with me too. Oops. I think those are in a chest. Oh, I'm full. What am I full on? No, yeah, well, that can go in there. Probably need to ditch this suit. I don't need this suit. I'm not doing any adventuring this morning, at least not at the moment, so I'm going to switch back to my still suit. Hang on, was I overburdened? What the fuck am I carrying? Oh, the aluminium. Oh, I want to turn the helmet back on for my still suit, though. Settings, gameplay, helmet. Yes, please. There we go. Okay. I better take my static. No, I've got that on hand. Let's take that with me. Okay. I'll grab the fuel cells in a second. I'm just going to do some quick... Make sure I don't have anything I don't need. Okay. Take a stack of fuel cells. I can't take a stack. What the hell am I carrying that's so heavy? I just need to... Oh, I took the... I keep forgetting I took the... Because I'm going to take that back with me. I should just stick that in the storage container. Or in the buggy, I should say. Because if I'm going to go back to the other base, I can stick that in the scout ornithopter, excuse me. And then I'm not carrying that. This too, I should just stick straight into the scout. I keep forgetting that this has storage space. Herper-derper. Let's take all of it. I better take that with me because I don't know if I'm going to need it. This 10,000 liter John is freaking awesome. And I'm going to stash that shit. Except the volume's probably so high, it's going to be like, your chest cannot carry this weight. Now we're good. Do I need anything else? I'm gonna take all this back down south, and we're gonna see what we need. Because I wanna move my garment production north as well, but that's a later problem. That's not a today problem, or at least not a right now problem. Oh, I know one thing I need to do. Aluminium. Refine. All right, let's go make filters and get all of my facilities filtering. The buggy is not immune to damage, no. I have no idea how much damage the buggy takes from a sandstorm. It does take damage though. All your vehicles do. Now, the people who complain about video game prices rising never complain about the things that really go up in cost. Like, why aren't they rioting in the streets about rising egg costs, toilet paper costs, executive salaries for $250 million a year while the rest of the employees make 35 grand? Like, shut the fuck up, stop complaining on Reddit, and go out there and riot in the streets about the things that matter. Complaining about prices in a video game is the stupidest thing ever. Like, it's a hobby. That's like complaining that board games have gone up in price. It's a hobby. You don't have to buy it. Like, unless you were doing this for a living. If you're like me and you do it for a living, it's way more impactful because I actually have to spend a lot of money every single. I'm not even in the big leagues, guys, but I don't get my shit for free. I get some things for free, but I still pay for most of my shit. So I buy 3 to 4 new games every single month. I have running subscriptions to PlayStation and Xbox. I have software for my multi-streaming. I spend a few thousand a year on this shit. But it's a cost of business, so it's a tax deduction for me. It's the cost of doing business. When I had a vehicle and I ran a construction company, my cost of doing business was my truck, the tires, the maintenance, the gas, repairs, cost of my 2 employees, healthcare. Run a business. It'll make sense when you do. No, it 100% sucks. Because the executives at Microsoft are going to pocket $150 million paychecks. Every billion-dollar corporation in the U.S. has an executive C-suite who makes hundreds of millions of dollars, while the rest of the peons make 40 grand, 50 grand a year. That is called capitalism, my friends. And if you don't like capitalism, get out there, vote, and change the system. Riot. Do what you got to do. Change the system. If you're not willing to change the system, you lose the right to complain about rising costs of video games. End of story. Filters. What do I need for filters? I need plant fiber. That's relatively easy to get right out the door. You know what? Let's take my tier 1 bike out. I haven't taken this bike out in a while. I don't need to take out the mining machine. I just need some fiber. Rioting may have been a bad word. Protest would be a better word. Protest. Go out there and protest. Make your voices heard. Vote. Change the policies. Because if you don't change the policies, you lose the right to complain about the system that you live in. Is there no scrubby brush around here for me to harvest? Yeah, unfortunately these days, under the current political regime, even protesting is considered illegal, which it's not. The Constitution allows for peaceful protesting. It's chaos out there right now, guys. Stay home, play video games. I gotta be careful. I'm not supposed to talk politics on my channel. Stop! Man, I may have to go somewhere else to find some scrubby brush. Yeah, I need to find that place, Antios, because I know there's a bunch up north by my other base. Oh, here's some. Yay! Someone was saying yesterday it would be cool if we could set up gardens. And I wonder if, I don't know if they're ever going to allow us to do that, because the lore of Dune is that Dune as a planet is not, at this current stage of its evolution, a thriving, lush wasteland. And the only place to grow plants is in the sieges and underground ecolab areas, and we're not allowed to build there because that's the dungeons of the game. So I doubt they would ever allow us to build gardens. This ought to give me enough to make the filters I need. Neither is firing. Yeah, we're not gonna get into that. I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. Let's move on from that topic, guys, because I'll tell you what, the federal government ain't doing nothing good right now. So we're gonna avoid that. Otherwise, this is gonna turn into a dumpster fire where I have to ban a bunch of people. So it's my bad. I was the one who started that. I fully accept blame. I shouldn't have said anything about protests. Let's just say that fascist regimes are frowned upon, and let's leave it at that. Ooh, I like the horses out front. This guy's actually building a pretty cool looking base. I approve, sir. You've got the sandworm statue. You've got horses. And lighting. Oh, I approve. All right, let's make some filters. Yeah, that was a cool looking. I don't know that I've seen that statue. By the way, how am I on the water here? I may not need to build any filters here because I don't know that I need to do any production here at the moment. I've got steel, I've got iron. Yeah, we're going to have fun with Death Stranding 2 here. Star Wars The Old Republic for Life, thanks for the gifted subs. And your own sub over on Twitch. I appreciate that. Thank you for the support. We're going to be playing the Altars later this morning, guys, in about an hour and a half. I woke up early and decided to sneak some Dune Awakening in. I'm going to make some lubricant. Let's make... I don't know how long these last for. Let's make one so I can see how long it lasts for. It doesn't tell me. I'm assuming those are like 1 hour, or are they 3 hour like the... I don't know if those last for 1 hour or 3 hours. It made 5 of them, though, not just one. Well, let me just make, let me make like 5 of them. I'll make 4 more. Who's Tombs? Someone is my neighbor that I don't know who they are. Benign Darkness says they last for 1 hour. Okay, so it's just like a fuel cell. It's just... It takes more resources because the wind turbine generates more power than a generator. Oh, the trolls have been thick as flies around this game. I'm banning like 15, 20 people every single morning from YouTube. I'll always wake up and it catches all their comments because they're saying some stupid shit. So the YouTube algorithm and my own word filter is catching all the bullshit. There's a ton of trolls around this game. Ton of trolls. Tombs says that's my base. Okay, cool. With the sand, where did you get the sandworm and the statues? I've not seen those anywhere. I haven't paid attention. I haven't gone out there looking to buy things. Because those are cool. Those are cool statues. And I'm getting to the point where I'm going to start building my Atreides base up north. So definitely interested in where I can buy statues and stuff. Yeah, it probably is part of the Ultimate Edition, and I just don't know because I've never paid. I haven't gone looking and digging through all of my Ultimate Edition stuff. Oh, you got it from a contract, possibly. Okay. Yeah, if it's part of the Ultimate Edition, it might be. I haven't gone looking at all like the things I can place yet. Oh, the first DLC. You know what? Do you have to do anything special to claim that? Because I have the Ultimate Edition. I haven't gone looking. Let's put that there. Okay, filters. I need to make 5 filters, 10 filters, and take them north. I'm gonna have to yell at this cat. Goddamn cats, man. So the mama cat, who's like an outside cat, just tore the... We have this... It's hard to explain. So I have a wooden door that opens, and we have this like strip that goes underneath the bottom of the door with like rounded tubing on either side of the base of the door. That's like a foam tubing, and that keeps insects from crawling underneath that door. And Mama Cat, Dora, she's figured out that it's foam over the last week, and so she sits there and scratches at it, and she's been ripping chunks of the foam off. So yesterday, Chris took duct tape and covered the outside foam in duct tape, thinking that that would no. So she just literally sunk her teeth into that and like bit it and like pulled a section of the foam off the base, like 3-inch section off. That's what I was just went out there and had to yell at her and I chucked her outside. Not literally chucked her, but it was like, get out of here. Like, god damn it. Cats, man. They're like dogs sometimes. Uh, you see it? Do I have to manually DLC it? Blah, blah, blah. Do I have to manually claim it or something on Steam? I'm not really familiar with Steam. I haven't used Steam a lot until recently, so I'm learning all the Steam. If it's something where I have to do it manually on Steam, where would that be? Dune Awakening. Ha. DLCs. I was gonna say I know I have the still suit and stuff because I've seen this stuff, and I know I have the Caladan Palace. So I should just check the decorations. Oh, yeah, someone's telling me just check decorations. Thank you. I'm genuinely curious now because I haven't ever looked. That's gonna be. I have no idea what that would be. Ornamental. Yep. Got a Muad'Dib statue, Chiroptera, Caladan bullfighter, decorative box. I don't see the worm per se, but there's a whole bunch of other stuff in here. Tree. Wall deco. Yeah, I just need to go looking through here because there's a whole bunch of stuff in here. I just haven't looked at any of it. Here it is. Deco. Giant sandworm statue. That's what it is. And then the mules or the horses. Well, very cool stuff, Tombs. That was very well done with the lighting and everything. That was cool. That was a nice eye catcher as I drove by. I was like, ooh, that looks cool. I approve. All right, let's make some filters. That's what I came up here for in the first place. Are there vendors that sell aluminum? No, Jay. You have to literally go out and harvest, and that coffee was hot. Ha! That's the perfect example of trolls transcend. Yeah, like that right there. The DLC is like it's cosmetics. Downvote. Like someone was yelling in chat yesterday about they were upset that about this. They were upset about this. How dare a game company charge for cosmetics? And I'm like, technically the game company isn't charging for cosmetics. What they're doing is they're running a campaign. They don't get any money from that. That money goes to the creators and to Amazon. But if you're doing this right now, that is supporting that's literally a support a creator thing. But they were ranting about that. How dare a company charge for cosmetics? And I'm like, the company is not charging for cosmetics. The company is saying if you want to support your favorite content creators, you can get a cool skin. It's a two-way street. It's a win-win. Like, but it's not a cash shop. So if you compare that to a cash shop, you're ignorant. That's not a cash shop. Like, I sometimes feel like common sense has gone out the window for a lot of people these days. Especially when you have a bunch of content creators who will just make a video about something stupid and then everybody goes out and cries about it. My favorite YouTuber told me I should be upset because games are $80. My favorite content creator told me I shouldn't purchase the Outer Worlds because it's going to be $80. So don't. Wait for it to go on sale. Or buy it through Game Pass. And shut up. Put that same energy into complaining about the rising cost of red beef. Or toilet paper. Seriously. You know what makes me mad is like cat food has gone up. So my cat food, I buy Purina Excellence urinary health cat food for my cats. And we buy the little, where are they at? Oh, I can't get to it right. It's behind my desk. Here, I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna show you this. So this is something that I think you should legitimately complain about. But it's life, so I realize it. Because costs have been going up since we created money. So I buy Purina Excellence. This is a 3-kilo bag, right? This is what I buy for my cats. It's not cheap. So right now, this costs around $25 for this little 3-kilo bag of cat food. At the beginning of the year, the end of last year, it was around $16. And last year, the year before, it was about $12. So in about a 12-month period of time, 15-month period of time, it has doubled in price. It has gone from $12 to $25, more than doubled in price. This little 3-kilo bag of food. My little monsters eat very good. Holy shit, is that cat food expensive. So when people talk about things going up and complain about things, that's what I complain about. I'm like, cat food is not cheap. And it just keeps going up. And it's like, you know. So when you see me streaming longer hours, it's because I gotta make enough money to feed my cats, kids. Why is that pointing me? Well, I don't know what's over there. Somebody built a base, I think, over there that I have permissions to. Yeah, and if you're talking specialty food for your cats, it's even more expensive. Yeah, if your cat needs like a specialty diet food for like teeth or old age or something, shit's not cheap. So yeah, when people complain about $80 video games, I just kind of chuckle and I'm like, okay. How about my ribeye steak that cost me? And this is a fun one because my brother's a rancher, so I know the cost of beef. But it's like a nice 8-ounce ribeye or New York strip. I can remember like 20 years ago getting a steak at Walmart, you know, for like $3 or something, and now they're like $15. You know, you want to eat red meat, it's going to be expensive. beef is not artificially inflated though. That's I'm not gonna lay that label on everything, Hector, because my family raises beef, so I actually know what it costs to raise beef, and it's not cheap. Like the cost of fertilizer to keep your grass the way it needs to be for production of human safe um, meat, the cost of the grain that you have to feed to get them up to weight, the finishing costs, the vaccination costs, the labor costs. Yeah, beef costs what it is because it's actually, at least in the U.S., I don't know how it is in Australia, New Zealand, and stuff, but in the U.S., it is more expensive to buy meat directly from the producer than it is to buy it from the grocery store. And it's expensive in the grocery store. And the reason it's more expensive to buy it from the rancher is because the rancher is not producing meat in a commercial feedlot. So, as an example, my brother has, they have hundreds of cattle. They have a big property. He has a multi-million-dollar cattle ranch, and they produce a lot of beef. But they are not a commercial feedlot that produces thousands of heads of beef. They produce hundreds of heads of beef every year. Actually, I think they are in the thousands every year, but not tens of thousands. Um, but it's, the costs are the costs. Like, that's one of the things you can't get around. I mean, to some degree, you're not incorrect about that. Like, but it comes down to the number one killer in agriculture is the cost of fuel, and that you can blame on the petroleum industry. Like, because that's literally where most of the costs come from is the cost of diesel, the cost of fuel. Because you need fuel to run your tractors to produce the wheat and the grain and the corns and to do everything agriculture based is based around diesel production and petroleum products. And that's where it all comes from. So everything stems from that. And that's not going away anytime soon because the entire chain is based on petroleum. So that ain't changing anytime soon, unfortunately. All right. How much time do we have left until the altars? I think like an hour. I put my phone to the side. We've got an hour and 15 minutes. I don't need to do any more production this morning because I have $97 for 500 grams. I think that's about what we paid. Let me go check because I know we just bought ground beef last night. So we buy our beef from a ranch. They have their own cut. They have their own storefront. So we buy it direct from them. We just bought. I'm gonna do the math on this. I gotta do the currency exchange really quick. So I can tell you what I paid. 275. I paid 15 US dollars for a kilo of ground beef. 80-20 split. Um, and I believe that was the premium cut because you can get there's a lower grade of ground beef that we can get from them, but we use this for hamburgers. So when we do like burritos and if we just need meat for mixing into like beans or something, we'll buy the lower quality of ground beef, but for the premium we buy the premium. $15 for a kilo, which is 2 pounds. So 500 grams is half of a kilo. So that's a you're a little more expensive, Transcend, I think, but I think the U.S. dollar is worth less. Isn't the so like what is nine like $10 US $10 Australian? I don't know what that is in U.S. I think that's like seven maybe. So I feel like we're roughly the same price because 500 grams would be $8 or seven and a half US dollars for what I pay for 500 grams of ground beef. Oh, don't even get started on Oh, it's less than your yeah. So it's like 7, 8. So last night, my wife had no idea that churches in the U.S. are tax exempt or tax free. So we had a great discussion last night on the corruption of religion and millionaire pastors. And we were joking that I need to start my own religion with my YouTube channel. And I was like, it might just happen. If things keep going up in costs, you might see me creating my own religion. We're not going to call it Scientology. We'll call it something different. We'll call it something else. All right, I've got missions to run. Let's let me get into my adventuring gear. Oh, I probably need to shove some of this stuff. Oh, I remember one thing I need to do really quick. I need to pay for my ornithopter in real life, kids. Now, is that gonna run even if I don't need... Hold up. Take that out. I don't like that. It's running even though it doesn't need to be running. Right? Like, it doesn't need the fuel production, but it's already running even though there's generators plugged in. I don't like that. I'm going to hold off on sticking the rest of those in there for now, because I thought it would just store them until it needed it. But instead, it's running them already. Excuse me. I don't know why I suddenly have that in my inventory. Hold the glow tube. Oh, I did the wrong thing. Idiot. I clicked take all from the chest. Okay, that's all in the chest. What are these? Like, I got these from yesterday. I don't even know what these are for. Irradiated slag. I don't know what that's used for. Okay, I still have plenty of ammo. Let's get stocked up on my set of gear. I grabbed that too. Yeah, at some point I'll set up circuits. Yeah, we might be joining a cult soon, Con Willis. We'll see. The cult of Renfology. Alright, we have multiple contracts. So let's try this one. That's Scout the Enemy. Which contract is this? Okay, we're going to start counterinsurgency. Alright, make sure I have everything I need. I have a leader, John. I have ammo. I have a handheld scanner if I need it. I've never used those before, but I'm going to take it just because people were saying I should. I have my weapons. I have one fuel cell, which ought to be enough. I have more fuel cells in the... No, I don't have more in the buggy. But I have the buggy inventory, but not in this inventory. Oh, you know one thing I forgot to pull out of the inventory? I'm not going to be able to store my vehicle. Hold on, I got shit in the inventory of the buggy, which I forgot about. It's not a buggy, it's a scout ornithopter. I keep forgetting. Alright. Yes! They could die from their own grenades. It's awesome. Alright. All cult members must have at least 4 cats and 12 ducks. I can get behind that. I can get... It's the Homestead cult. It's like a Homestead gaming cult. I need more coffee. I'll be right back. Alright. Yeah, I think we should maybe, because that's the one thing I have been accused of that a lot over the past year and a half is toxic positivity. The slag is for crafting Power Pack Mark V, says Phantom X. Okay, cool. Yeah, we would have to make that the cult is all about homesteading, video gaming, and toxic positivity. Like, that's over the Sentinel City. Let's go. Time to work on some contracts and rack up the coin because I need 80,000 credits to get the Atreides building set. And then I gotta start figuring out what I do to make all the bits and pieces. I've been stacking up basalt stone forever, so... Contact the issuer. The derelict spicy station is to be reoccupied. Squatters can only be the sandflies. I want you to engage them with lethal force. Eliminate sandflies. That's going to be right here. So, we're going to go ahead and kill some sandflies. That update already happened, unless they've got another one scheduled all of a sudden. There was an update like 2-3 hours ago. Did you blow yourself up with a grenade? No, you did not. Where are you? Ah! Run. I feel like there's more than one, but I don't know where. Oh, those aren't favorited. Fix that. Alright. Definitely need to keep my eye out for chests while I'm in here because I'm starting to get into areas where I need all the resources again. God, man, switching that radial menu to like hold instead of flick and forget has been such a game changer. I'm gonna have to make a video on that for YouTube because I know a lot of people were complaining about that, and it has been a world of difference for me. Oh, completed that. Contact issuer. I doubt very much these sandflies will be willing to let just volunteer information, but a force with this level will certainly leave a paper trail. See what kind of intel you can discover in their bases. I love how I'm getting a boatload of Solari for each one of these. I'm already up to 30,000 in my inventory. Thanks, Ernheim, for the sub over on Twitch. Good morning, Joseph Reed. Alright, that's a long way away. Investigate the first location. Is that? Yeah, that's a long way away. We need to boogie out of here. Going somewhere else. The sun's so bright! How we doing on time? We still got an hour left. Yeah, no, the controller is awesome. Yeah, it's set up perfectly. They've forward designed it because it's, you know, coming to console eventually, so they've designed it so that they can, you know, they've already pre-built the game with controller support in mind, I guess is what I'm getting at. Shields up. Sniper rifle at the ready. Let's probably go around the side. Wait for that to refresh. Star Wars The Old Republic for Life says works great on the Steam Deck. Nice. Forgot I need to double click to hold onto the wall. Let's get up top here so we can get a sniper shots. Some sniper shots in. Problem is we're gonna have the sun coming in. I don't see. Oh, there we go. I was gonna say I've got some movement right here. That's a sniper. Oh, you're not getting me from there, bitch. Just poison dot everybody before I go over there. See if I can't pot shut any of these off. Oh, you can bandage all you want. Somebody's getting a little close. Where are they at? Poison death for the win. He just fell off the base. Oh, I missed. Okay. I may have cleared the base. Nope, I hear somebody else. I hear a flamethrower dude. I don't know where he's at. About to find out. But if my intel is in this room, I don't really care. Oh, there's some intel points. 5 meters over here. There's the box I need. Sweet. I do want to check for chests in here, though, because... probably a bad angle for my turret. Search the southern comm station. I will in a minute. Right now I'm going to look for chests because this location had a bunch of dudes. Ah, you got me anyway, you bitch! So there were 2 left. Let's see if there's any more. Oh, I better leader John up. Alright, I don't think there was any chests up here. Let's check the next level down. Oh, fill my leader, John. There's something happening outside. Not my monkey, not my circus. Grenades and everything, Jesus. Alright. I thought I killed everybody. What's going on outside? That sounds gnarly. Good luck with that, guys. I'm just gonna go back over here and launch off the pad. Where am I going next, by the way? Southern Comm Station. Can I get my ornithopter off the top of one of these places? I bet I can't. Shit! Wrong way! Wrong way! I don't think it's a Bye-bye. Oh, is it that big base on the rock? Oh, dude, we're finally coming up here? Oh, how cool is this? I've been eyeballing this base for a while, and we've yet to come up here, but we're about to now. Well, I'm gonna go land up top then, and come down from the top, because ain't no way I want to work my way up to the bottom and kill 500 guys. Dude, they even have a landing pad right there. I'm not ballsy enough to land on the landing pad, though. Man, I have missed all 3 of those shots with the poison. I think I got it. There we go. Two poisons, or 2 flamethrowers. That's gnarly, man. Dude, the combat is bland video was awesome to put together. I loved it. My controls like the bitch about the stupidest stuff. It's like, you actually tell us you haven't played the game without telling us you haven't played the game. Like, it's literally that simple. That might be another player, I can't tell. Oh, and then I poisoned myself because of fucking colliders. I really don't want to drop down yet, but fuck it. Let my turret have some fun while I go hide in a corner. I don't want to identify myself. Seriously? Oh, grenade! Grenade! Clean up on aisle 3. Clean up on aisle 3. Chests? Anyone? I'll take those.
I see the enemy.
There's somebody up top, I think.
Interloper. Shield engaged.
Yep. I'm looking for something that's 21 meters above me here. Definitely noticed some weird, it may be a texture issue. There's definitely some weird like flickering around the edges of the objects here. It may be a simple, oh shit, hello. Maybe a simple relog to fix it. Haven't seen it before, and I've been in these camps before, so I know they did a hot fix this morning, so it may have done a texture thingy. It's like a weird kind of shimmering around the edges of objects. Oh, you're just chilling? I'm looking for something that's still up another. Oh! Oh shit! In the corner. Not good! Not good! Bitch! Leave me alone! Okay, we got a sniper somewhere too. Hunker. Hunker! Hunker! I'll actually use a heal thing for this one. Did that not work? Backpack full? What are you talking about? Well, there's the intel stuff. I'm gonna have to ditch some stuff from my backpack. Let me sort my inventory out right now because it says inventory full. What? My inventory is not full. Oh, more deets on the Red Scorpion. Deliver the gorilla in the desert. Search. Deliver the Red Scorpion. Is it like a bounty? It is, I think. Or no, that's just to go take that back to the station. Okay. Let's boogie out. Can I get out the window? Might not be able to get out that window. What if I crouch? Back to Pinnacle Station we go. And then I can see how many credits I have. Because I might have enough stockpiled now. Deliver items. Contact issuer. Sandflies are not an army, yet if we keep an army, they will eventually become a formidable force. I want you to disrupt their training process. Next up is an Imperial training testing station. Yeah, I thought no Dune until later as well, but I got up early and I had 2.5 hours to burn until the altars. So I came and played for a couple hours, and we still have like 45 minutes to go, I think. Like 45 minutes. I'm gonna relog really quick and see if that fixes that texture. Notice I don't see the texture flickering here though. I only saw the texture flickering in that base, so I wonder if that was something weird going on with the base. So I have 40,000 credits after that. I had 13,000 and doing that one contract racked up a bunch. What is this? Oh, drop that. I don't need a corpse. I don't have a death still yet. Do I have enough time to do a testing station? We've still got 45 minutes. I'm gonna go take a quick bio and think about that for a minute. I'll be right back. Alright. Wife is awake, so she's doing her stuff this morning. I got 30 minutes. That should be enough time to run a Imperial testing station. Theoretically. I don't know which one it is. Is this one? Have I run this one? How's my inventory? Oh, I'm fine. Es porque yo estaba mostrando en el stream. No. Okay, I gotta remember there's 4 of these guys on the way out. Locate the training camp. But technically it's not an MMO though, Swotor. It has MMO elements, but there's a reason Funcom stopped using the MMO terminology. Because it's really not. It's no more of an MMO than Star Wars: The Republic or World of Warcraft or Lord of the Rings Online are MMOs these days. Because all of those games you can solo 100% of the storyline by yourself. The only thing you do multiplayer for is optional dungeons, and that's the same way it is here. You can optionally do dungeons with your friends, but 100% of the storyline is soloable. It just has a multiplayer background for those people who want to participate in the multiplayer. But yeah, it's not really an MMO. We haven't had classic MMOs for 20 years. And I'm glad, to be honest with you. I have no desire to go back to forced grouping and bullshit. That's one of the reasons why the indie MMOs that tried to come up over the past few years have failed miserably, because no one wants to play a forced group game. That shit's 20 years old. No one wants to do that. Optional group content, sure. Forced group content? Fuck that. I ain't got time for that shit. You want me to, like, coordinate with other people and their egos and everybody having different schedules and... Ugh. No. No thanks. Oh, I remember. I came in here before. There's a boatload of bad guys in this room right here. I remember this. Hey, guys. Come here. Come on. Come on outside and get me. Come on. Come on. At me. Okay, that opened the door back there. They didn't actually come out and chase me this time, which they did the first time when I came in here. That's interesting. Whatever weapon you want to use, Slacker76. Like, it's literally personal preference. You can use shotguns, you can use a drill shot. I prefer the sniper rifle with the SMG, but that's my personal play style. Your play style, you might want to use 100% melee. Like I said, it's a personal choice. There are many, many, many ways that you can take down shields in this game. It just depends on how you want to play your character. There's a flamethrower guy down here, if I remember correctly. Fuck, I missed. There he is. I remember this place vaguely. Shit, there's another one? Ah! Access granted. Booyah, bitches. Booyah. Oh, need to contact the issuer before I get any further, because there might be a boss thingy here. Let's see if you can find and eliminate the red scorpion. If that's a different training, that's a different one. I won't be able to do that one this run because I'll have to come back to that later. Yeah, that's a different testing station. We'll do that one later. But we can finish this one up before we switch over to the altars. I can't remember if there's a schematic in this one or not. Oh, I'll definitely fill up my leader, John. I don't need any more ammo. Some games have done it like that, Mayolas. If you've paid attention to World of Warcraft in the past few years, with the War Within, they specifically added follower dungeons. Which allow players to... you can do the dungeons on your own with followers, so you don't have to have a group. But you do it on what's known as a story mode, so you can get story credit, but you're not going to be getting the loot that you would get. You want to get the loot, you got to go in with a group. You go in story mode, you can get story completion, but you don't get epic loots. You get shitty loot that is appropriate for story level players. And I think that's fine. I think there's nothing wrong with games giving an optional story mode to players to do dungeons who don't want to, maybe their schedule doesn't align, maybe you have social anxiety. There's a lot of reasons people might not want to group with other players, but you should never be getting the same loot that you would get if you run it with players, because there's a higher risk, higher reward when you do it with other people, because you got to deal with people's egos and all that bullshit. Fuck that one, mainly, but let's just do it. So yeah, some MMOs, some modern games are doing that. I just don't think there's a constellation chest in this one. I think it's just normal stuff. Ba-dum-bum. This doesn't go anywhere special. This is the same room, right? Yeah, it's the same room. I wonder if I can get out before those 4 respawned up front. Get on up! Correct, and the loot on those dungeons in Star Wars Republic is different than the loot you get if you go do it on veteran mode with 3 other players. Correct. Exactly, Transcend. They've already got some really cool DLCs. Oh fuck, man, they're definitely already up and out here. definitely going to the polar caps. Like I said, they've got the next. I think based on for what Joel said, and again, this is off the Q&A, and I'm remembering what he said versus having it written down. I believe he said they have roughly 2 years, 2 or 3 years already planned out for Arrakis, and then after that they can start looking at beyond Arrakis, and with their 10-year plan. So there's definitely a texture flickering going on. I'm noticing that across everything when I turn or when I look at the red. There's like a red. Can you guys see that on the capture card? There's like a red. You know what? I'm only seeing that on my capture card. I'm like looking at the laptop monitor. I don't see it on the laptop monitor. I'm only seeing it on the capture card. And I've only noticed it since the patch. I may need to check the configurations between my capture card and the gaming PC. We're not gonna run that because I need to go get prepped for the alters. Yeah, there's definitely a frame sync thing going on. So it's between the PC and the capture card. So that's a weird. It's the spice. I'm tripping. That could be legit too. I bet if I dropped VSync, it would probably fix it. We'll just have to see. That's a later problem, not a now problem. Alright. Back at the base. Drop all our shit off. And I can't wait till they fix the lighting issues here. Alright, so I have got water production is good. Let's drain those water tanks. Is there a giant Muad'Dib statue? There might be. I don't know. I know there's a giant space worm statue. Hang on, guys. I have 50,000 credits. I might have enough to buy. We're going to go back to the other base. What time is it? Do I have time? I got 30 minutes. Fuck yeah, I have time. We're going back to the other base real quick, guys. I might have enough credits to buy the Atreides base building. I don't know how many credits I have stored at the other base. I haven't noticed the frame sync issue until after today's patch, so that's just a capture card thingy. So, matter of fact, while we're hovering, nope, don't. Settings. Let's turn off VSync and see if that fixes it. No, I'm seeing it even worse now. Yeah, I don't see it at all on the laptop, but you guys are seeing it on the capture card. I can see it on the capture card screen. So there's definitely something weird going on that I'm going to have to config. And it's only since this morning's patch. Because you guys are going to see it on your screen because I'm seeing it through the capture card. So you guys are seeing that red after image. Yeah, that's not happening on the actual laptop monitor. So that's something's happening between there, like a frame sync thing. It's worse with VSync off, so it's not a big deal. Yeah, I'll probably need to limit it to 60 frames. Matter of fact, give me a second. Let's do that really quick and see if that fixes it. Because I get better POV up here. It's still there. Yeah, it's still just as bad. I think that's just gonna be a suck it up and deal with it until they fix it. I don't know that there's any config I can do that would fix that, to be honest with you, because it's between the game and the capture card. Um, do they do unlimited? I didn't know that they had unlimited. Anyway. How many credits do I have in total? That's the current thing to see. What's up, Nathan? That is annoying. Look at that. So it's even check out the ground texture flicker on that red, the sand. Look at that texture flicker when I run. It's not doing it on the laptop. If I could, if this, is it, can I actually show you guys? Like, there's no way you're gonna be able to see it on the laptop. There's no flicker on the laptop screen, but there's definitely. You know what it might be? This morning when I started the capture card, Give me 2 seconds. We're gonna do something here real quick, guys. I'm going to we're gonna kill the capture card and restart the capture card, because when I started the capture card this morning, I started it on the Xbox and then I switched it over to the gaming laptop, and it might be that it might have set the frames to the Xbox and not to the frames of the PC. Or so let me just check to see if this fixes it. Give me 2 seconds. I'm just genuinely curious now because I haven't seen it until playing today. But that was something I did that was different. Xbox, window capture, 4K. That fixed it. Fixed. That's what it was. It was literally just my capture card got upset because I started it with the Xbox this morning and then I switched it over to the gaming PC. And so the Xbox captures it at a certain frame, and then this captures it at a certain. So that's all it was. It's not the game. Fixed. That's all I care about is that it's fixed. I didn't think about that earlier. Just reset the capture card. Good to go. Alright. Beans and bacon on toast. That sounds good. How many credits do I have in this storage chest? Not enough. God damn, we're close though, aren't we? I'm 15,000 credits away, essentially. Oh, I'm really close. I am really, really, really close to buying my Atreides building set. So close! And yet so far away! I'll get it by tomorrow for sure. Haven't missed the mukbang? Yeah, there's no breakfast yet. To be honest with you, I know Chris just asked me what I wanted for breakfast. I don't know if I'll eat during the altar stream or if I'll eat before the altar stream, because I don't know if breakfast is close. Because if breakfast is close to being ready, I'll drop the stream, go eat, and then come back for the altars. But I don't know if it's close to being ready. If I'm not mistaken, the altars goes live in 20 minutes. So let me double check everything, everybody. Go back over to altars launch time. 8 a.m. Eastern. Yeah, that's like 20 minutes from now. So we should be good to go. It's called the Altars. It's like a, I don't know, it gave me like, there's like it's got like some of the building stuff from Death Stranding 2, but it's like another survival building like a survival crafting game, but you play a clone. You play a guy who clones copies of himself, and you have to build parts of your base out, and each clone runs a different part of the base, and all the clones have different personality types, and so you have to manage relationships and personalities on top of trying to like survive and on this alien planet where you got shipwrecked. I played the demo a few months ago. It was pretty freaking awesome. And that goes live in about 20 minutes. So, um, yeah, we're gonna switch over. If you are on Twitch, just hang out, and in about 20 minutes, we should be live again. If you're on YouTube, assuming I don't have any connection issues. Yesterday, Streamlabs was giving me hissy fits about wanting to get up on YouTube. So theoretically, I'll be back in about 15-20 minutes with the altars on YouTube and Twitch. So just, if you're on Twitch, hang out. If you're on YouTube, there will be a new link up in about 20 minutes when I get up and going. And then we're going to go play that game for a few hours. And then depending on how I feel, I might come back and do some more Dune Awakening this afternoon. But since I already did some this morning, I might not. I don't know yet. Depends on how I feel. But if you haven't watched the schedule video from yesterday, the next couple of weeks I'm balancing Dune Awakening and the Altars. I think that was just my air conditioner kicking on. And then Death Stranding 2 comes out at the end of the month, and we're going to be balancing those two. So I will see you guys in a few minutes over on the Altars as we get that game up and going. Have a great rest of your morning. If I don't see you guys until tomorrow, like if you only want to watch the Dune Awakening stuff, that's cool. Hopefully you'll carry over to the other stuff as well. Otherwise, just stay tuned because I'm balancing these two games, and so more Dune Awakening is coming later. What's up, Ashley? And goodbye, Ashley, because I'll be back in a few minutes.